I was starved for sex once. Starving. My thickness may confuse you, but I was starved sexually until one day I realized that everything is actually sex. Like everything. Like everything? Everything. Wild. Yeah, so let's get to it. Hi, and I'm April Williams. Welcome to another Sacred Sex Hair Saturday. Today's topic is going to be everything is sex. You know what I mean? It's like everywhere. You're not undersexed, baby. You are the perfectly right amount of sex. And that's why so many people like it. So let's talk about how everything's sex. The only way to know that everything is sex is to allow yourself to understand cellular biology and, you know, anatomy. Once you understand that everything is sex, then you understand that everything is sacred and everything is sacred sex. But don't get me wrong, like, there's actual intimacy, there's actual connection with another person and yourself. There is divinity in the passion of creation. But that divinity and passion delocalizing the orgasm so that everything feels like pleasure, including the shadow work it takes to get to that level of depth and intimacy. To be truly connected with someone, to be truly honest, to be truly in that space, you gotta get dark, baby. You gotta get vulnerable. Sex is inspired. Sex is creative. Sex is multiplying, creating, dividing this huge yet very small moment that we all share. By the nature of our beings, we were made from sex. Like, don't act surprised. I'm sure you've thought about where babies come from, or at least where you came from. I think about me all the time. Sex is, and that's enough. And I'm thankful, because without sex, where would I be? If you can imagine the Big Bang, poof, everything is everywhere and it collides into everything else and creates something that we think of as circa 2023, our origin story. This is where everything met everything to make us. Eventually, it took a little time, but eventually got to us. And it was like mostly water that shimmies and shakes based on its shape, right? With that hydrogen, it'll holding on to those two oxygens. Ooh, it can't stop moving. It can't stop moving, dancing. And there's polarity. And this polarity dance attracted and repelled until molecules formed with other atoms. And we talked last week about atoms and how all that space makes all that divinity, all that electron charge and probability and possibility makes zap the sacredness of everything. But back to the atoms dancing. Oh, it's grooving. It's creating more multi-faceted molecules that have changes in shapes and can only bump and collide with other ones that have compatible shapes, right? Because who wants a cross, weird, unacceptable something in their space that doesn't fit? You know what I'm saying? But that's getting back into the sacred. That's another lesson for another day. So these molecules, they bump, they collide, they create, they divide until there's a multicellular organism. And this multicellular organism creates more multicellular organisms and things called like binary fission, and then there's like how they like bumped into each other and then they collided and they exchanged their nucleoluses, their DNA, and all these wonderful things to create systems, multicellular systems and organelles and little pieces that dance into becoming larger cells. And these larger cells met up with other larger cells. And some had some inside and some had some outside, but they all did the dirty yet clean, oh so sacred act of cell division. And this cell division created evolutionary process that led to, that's right, we've got the plants, we've got the animals, we've got everything all around us bumping and colliding and creating. And then here we are, one of the animals. Round. So that is how everything is sex. So congratulations, you're sex too. All of your cells are sex, inside and outside. And what kind of environment are you creating for your sacred sex? Are you drinking your lemon water? Are you eating healthy, nutritious fruits and vegetables? Are you fibering it out? You see, we're bombarded with a lot of toxins, and it can be so complicated sometimes when you want to clear the way to your sacredness. But if you remember that everything is sexed, you cannot become crazed by it. So let's do a little exercise, because I love moving my mind. Sapiosexual. You know you've seen the memes. You know you've seen the memes. Anyway, sapiosexual. Here's the exercise. When you feel that sexual urge, that invitation to become more, that pleasure from the moment, move it to another part of your being, move it to another part of your body. So let's say the sexual urge is in your genital region. Now this is expanded orgasming practice, okay? Let's say you're having a moment of pleasure. Take that pleasure and bring it up to the heart. Take that pleasure and bring it to your skin. Gently feel what it's like inside of your body, remembering that you are worth every moment of pleasure in this experience. Understanding your gift here on earth isn't to be, oh, shush, no. It's to be, yes. Because Because if every moment is sexual and every moment is sacred, then why can't sex be sacred? It would make us value everything we created so much more if we put the value on it that we do sex, on the value that we do on how we protect that which we create. You see, made in love means everything is love. Made in sacredness means everything is sacred. Take the time to integrate passion and love in all you do, for you are my sacred little beings that I'm sharing this with. So I hope you know that everything is sex. That's sexy. Refreshing, soothing, satisfying.